Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Just a regular second hour here on Tobin and Leroy. Got lots to dive into. Let's get to our headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Visit them at Doral Kia or at DoralKia.com. As last night, the Miami Heat, they lost to the Atlanta Hawks. Game stunk. It was a Goosey's night because the 06 team was celebrating their 20th anniversary. And I got to tell you, been through a lot of these. I think I've gone to pretty much every one of the recent ceremonies. UD night, D Wade's jersey, D Wade's statue, Pat Riley court night. You know, that was when they got smoked. Pat Riley court night, right, Brittany?
They got
smoked on Pat Riley court night. I think the last one that they won was D Wade's statue night.
That's what you said, but I don't even remember that.
Yeah, because people kept saying stop having ceremonies. They keep losing on ceremony night. I think they won that night. I remember that. I feel like they beat the Pistons on D Wade's statue night, but they lost Udonis Haslem night. I remember DeJounte Murray also on the Hawks at the time. Remember when DeJounte Murray was a thing?
Oh, everybody wanted him, remember?
I like DeJounte Murray. I like DeJounte Murray a lot. But he had a shot at the buzzer and ruined Udonis Haslem night. Last night it was CJ McCollum. Like the Heat kind of made a run there in the third quarter, and then CJ McCollum just like, I'm going to look like 2018 CJ McCollum and just hit everything in your face. And I'm just like, way to go, CJ McCollum. You ruined the CBA, and now you ruined 2006 anniversary night. Appreciate you, dude. Really just burn my my chaps.
Well, it's also just like, stop. The Atlanta Hawks are the problem as well.
Yeah.
let's not schedule that.
How about we do Wizards night?
We'll somehow lose to them.
Remember when they lost to the Wizards last year at the buzzer, Bub Carrington, and Jaime had 41 points.
Yes, I do remember that.
Crazy, man. That was a wild night. Didn't Terry play in that game? I think that was like the last game Terry Rozier played good too for the Heat. He had a pretty big night that night, I think.
Maybe. I don't even I can't.
Who can keep up at this point? But there's a lot of stuff in the air right now with the trade rumors. This was First Take this morning, Leroy. This was Brian Windhorst on where things stand with the Giannis sweepstakes. This is what he had to say.
So I'm watching the Miami Heat and the Minnesota Timberwolves are out there in the marketplace trying to improve the offer that they can make to Milwaukee, but they may not want to do those other deals unless they know whether Milwaukee's actually going to make the move here. This is the big thing. Milwaukee has listened. They've had some back and forth, but they haven't indicated that they're actually going to trade him. Now, we all know about how negotiations go. I suspect weeks ago that the Bucks knew that this was going to come down probably to deadline the last 24 hours. So we still are about to go into that. The Warriors have put everything they can on the table. I am hearing, I would never say that I know everything that's going on. There are lots of conversations I'm not aware of, but I am not aware of the Knicks doing stuff to improve their offer, and they don't have the offer that Milwaukee's going to take. So in my view, unless you have a mystery team, this is a 3-horse race for Giannis, but the choice is really down to the Bucks. And really, I think the choice is down to Bucks ownership, because I know that Giannis is ready to move. Giannis is ready to move. These other teams are ready to move. There's ancillary pieces that our teams are ready to move. Is Bucks ownership in the next 24 hours going to say, okay, let's move on from him now?
All right, that was Windhorst on First Take this morning.
I just think if you get rid of a star like that, just getting a bunch of picks doesn't really do anything. You need young talent. And the other thing is that from what I heard, and I don't know how true this is that Giannis doesn't want to be a co-star.
That's the thing we don't know what to believe. But I do kind of buy that. We talked to Wes about that yesterday. Like, I think that the one thing that Miami has that the other teams don't is it's always going to be Steph Curry's team. There's no doubt. Nobody can ever take that mantle from him. Even in Minnesota, Ant-Man's there. And I got to be honest with you, there's a chance the shoe could kind of be on the other foot there. Like I was thinking about this yesterday because people were like, well, if it goes to Minnesota, that's a double blow for Miami. And I understand that logic because if you told me we missed on Giannis, but you could guarantee me Ant-Man in 2 years, I'd want Ant-Man. I would love the Heat to get Anthony Edwards. But what if Giannis's calf issues are an issue and like all of a sudden he's Dame in this case, and then the Ant looks at him, he goes, I gotta get out of here. You know?
Right.
So I think that's too, but Miami is the place where your biggest name you're with is Bam, who's a teammate everybody wants to play with, but isn't a national face of the franchise guy. He's the face of the franchise as the captain, but everyone's going to look at this and say, oh, that's Giannis's team.
Right.
So I do think, I don't know what value that has to Giannis. I don't know how much sway Giannis has in where he's going here. That's kind of hard to know. I do think, and I agree with the sentiment though, that Miami's chances get slimmer in the summer.
Correct.
Standpoint of, I think more teams will get desperate. Like somebody mentioned the Lakers. I'm not saying the Lakers are or are not going to be in it with LeBron moving on. I don't know if they have quite the money because they have to pay Austin Reeves and things like that. It's kind of hard to know on things, particularly about how much money you'll have open because the Heat would have a lot of money that would open too. But you know, I think the appeal, the sweepstakes is going to be more vast. There's going to be more people trying to drink at that trough, which is why I think it's big that the Heat are able to get this done. Now, if the Bucks ownership is still having hesitations over it, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Giannis has got to do. Go pee on the guy's office
I
desk?
give you one word. Haslam.
Jimmy Haslam.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit of a.
You do realize he is
Oh yeah, he's a loose
cannon of.
Is he the main owner though? Is he the main owner? I thought that was that Edens fella. I thought that he was the main owner.
All I know is Haslam's got I don't know what his role is. He's a part of it.
I think that the Warriors, I mean, man,
basketball is so different too than football because like you can make, you know, a Myles Garrett happy by giving him another 30, 40 million.
Right.
Basketball doesn't work like that. They getting that money regardless.
Yeah. Yeah. It was and it's going to be interesting. You know, Windhorst also said this morning on Get Up that the Heat are apparently active. They're trying to get more stuff. I'd imagine that's probably surrounding moving Wiggins to get an extra pick because, you know, he's probably their best asset as far as like what would another playoff team want.
Right. Like if you're Milwaukee, you're looking at guys like Pella, Ware, Jovic. If you're say a team that's looking that already is say 5th or 6th and you're looking for that additional push, then you're looking for somebody like Wiggins or what have you. Here's my problem with all of this. If the Heat trade Wiggins to get another pick, chances are that pick's going to be terrible. So why is Milwaukee caught up on additional first-round picks when the only people that are giving up first-round picks at this moment in time are teams that are contending, and that pick wouldn't even be that good?
I think that that's kind of one of those things. You know what I think it is? I think it's just one of those GM things just to say you did it, you know?
Right, because it's not like
it seems like the unknown is always more appealing to sell to your fans than we got this player.
Right.
You know, people love that in the NFL too. They'd be like, oh, you know, when we get crazy about would you give up so many picks for X quarterback? Like, let's say let's say Lamar Jackson became available and people would be like, hey, would you want the Dolphins to give up 3 first-round picks? And people would be like, no way, that's too much. And I'd be like, well, what if I just changed the names and made it Kenneth Grant, Chop Robinson, and Noah Igbenogany? Would you do it then? Like, you know, it sounds nice. It's one of those things. It sounds nice to get those picks because it leaves you the window of hope and opportunity and fresh start for your team.
So I would go ahead.
When you have a player, like you're gonna be like, hey, this is the guy we traded for Giannis, then that guy better perform.
Right.
You know?
I mean, I look at it and well, if you have an organization that sucks at drafting, wouldn't it be better to get players and not rely on those same people drafting?
Yeah. No, I do. I think that would be I think that would be prudent.
Right. So and especially I don't know why the Heat aren't like a farm system for the rest of the league. Because the way they develop young players, the way they, draft young players, and a lot of teams don't do it that way. And so you get a pretty good professional with anybody or any player that you would trade from.
I don't know what that is.
From the Heat.
I don't know what that is. I think it's, maybe it's because people think of the Heat and they think that they're just getting a bunch of G leaguers all the time. And like those guys do flame out when they leave here. There's no doubt about that. Like Caleb, Gabe Vincent, even Strus is now on hard times and he's getting hurt. Tyler Johnson. Like once you leave
James Johnson.
Once you leave the comforts of 601 Biscayne Boulevard, you don't play the same.
Right.
But it's not like that with, I can't really relate it to the picks. I mean, who's the last lottery pick that he dealt off? I mean, Beasley for a bag of donuts because they were trying to free space for Mike Miller.
Justice Winslow.
And Justice Winslow was a throw-in in the Andre Iguodala trade, which was a good, like the Heat, that was a win now trade for the Heat. They traded Iguodala, James Johnson. They traded Justice Winslow, James Johnson, and Dion to get Iguodala and Jay Crowder and Solomon Hill.
Right.
Solomon Hill was great for the vibes.
He was good for the vibes. He hit some big shots.
He did. He hit some big shots, and he was Duncan's number one cheerleader. Really, got the fluffed up Duncan's confidence in the bubble.
What a time!
What a time! What a time! But I'll tell you what else is interesting, Brittany. I'm addressing you on this because he's going to get mad at me.
Oh, come on.
Now, you would not describe me as a journalist, right, Leroy?
No, I
what
wouldn't.
would you say about somebody like Ira Winderman? I would say Ira Winderman's a journalist.
I'll bite. But sometimes here, can you just deliver the information without the Tobin angles?
Okay, I will read.
Because this is why you set it up in a way that you can hang on to the coattails of these comments. Go ahead.
Ira Winderman wrote in the Sun Sentinel yesterday, an NBA source told the South Florida Sun Sentinel on Tuesday that he believes the Heat could be active on both the Antetokounmpo and Ja Morant fronts ahead of the trade deadline, with the decisions on the two not being mutually exclusive.
See, Brittany? See why? Do you understand why I have to do this? Do you understand why I have to behave why I have to seem like a hater because of this guy?
But to be fair, Leroy, this is very exciting, especially because it seems like you can get Ja Morant at a very low price right now.
I don't want Ja Morant.
5 and below.
Here.
Literally 5 and below.
Let me ask you a question. What does this team need?
Stars. We need
shooting.
We need stars.
You need shooting. And you're going to bring in not one, but 2 guys.
Oh, we giving in 2 guys. It's going to be a parade to the free throw line, my friend. Woo!
They want you to scoop by again. The stream is asking you to scoop by.
I don't know why. Now, I'm gonna have a conversation with you, Brittany, because this guy is off the hinges.
Ira says we're in on both.
Based on what you know, these are all facts. How do you think Ja Morant's going to help this team with all the other stuff he has going on?
I don't think that he's going to help the team. I'm very much so out on Ja Morant. I'm joking.
Okay.
I don't
Because
think
I don't know
he's
how we
the
can
answer
just
to our problem.
ignore what.
Of course,
Right.
your show.
Can I answer?
Sure.
Ask the question again.
See, here we go. How is John Morant gonna help this team?
Dunks, 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 dunks,
He
dunks,
hasn't-
dunks, 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 dunks.
He doesn't dunk anymore.
Oh, he's gonna though. He's been
doesn't-
holding it back. Holding it back for
Oh,
dude.
so he's holding back.
Oh, he's holding it back, dude. You don't want to waste dunks for Grizzlies. Come on. But when you're there at 601 Biscayne
All
Boulevard,
right.
bright lights in Magic City,
All right.
Magic flying at that rim. Wow.
Okay. Like go.
Unbelievable.
You know what?
Wow.
I would just say, you know what? Go ahead. I try to be reasonable about certain situations.
I'm being
The
reasonable.
John Morant situation, under no circumstances can you trust his behavior on and off the court, which sounds frightening.
Can I trust him for the Rozier and Simone Fontecchio contracts?
It doesn't matter.
Baby, let's go.
I mean,
Like
you're dealing just to deal there.
Yeah.
And
Right.
also, if Spo has a problem with Kaloa, you think he's not going to have a problem with John Morant?
What does that have to do with anything? What are we talking about?
Off the court
we
issues is
talking
what we're
about?
talking about.
No.
No, because you can't just ignore
He has an off the
those
court
tokens.
issue in like a
That's the point I
ignore
try to make.
People-
If I would be more inclined to agree with you, if
Mm-hmm.
you had just acknowledged the risk that the Heat would be taking with John Morant with all of his other stuff. Not to
First of
mention
all-
he gets hurt a lot. Don't ignore it.
I'm not ignoring
You
it. but
are.
I'm looking at it all with a skeptical eye, you
You're
know?
looking at it with rose-colored glasses. Let's be serious.
I'm not looking at it with rose-colored glasses. I'm looking at his injuries with a skeptical eye. Like, how much is he putting into this year? He's seen
What
checked
about all
out
the
from
other
start.
years he's been
Yeah.
hurt?
I saw
You're just
stat-
talking about this year. I'm not talking about this year because I want to be traded injury.
No
I'm talking
no.
about all the other injuries.
bumps and bruises, nothing major.
No,
I saw-
he's missed substantial time. What are
I
you
saw a
talking
stat that
about?
he hasn't played over 68 games since
But not a
his
lot of major
rookie
injuries.
season.
A lot of bumps and
But
bruises.
he
A lot of
still
Jimmy
missed
Butler
Yes,
type
time.
injuries.
Okay, guess
more than
what?
68 games.
Tyler Hero hasn't had a bunch of serious injuries.
Not true. He had a very, very bad
Mhm.
ankle snap 2 years ago. He broke his
hand.
wrist.
Okay.
That was a serious injury.
What
Now,
about
he
this
hasn't-
year?
He hasn't had a knee. This year has been weird. I mean, he had extra bone. I don't even understand what that is. He had the toe kick and now chondra. What the hell does he have in his ribs? I don't even know.
I couldn't tell you.
But come on,
Again,
man.
like, I would be fine with agreeing with you,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't be fine with agreeing with you when you overlook some serious issues that John Morant has been through. You just ignore it because you like the name and
We're getting him on the cheap skis, dude. I
it
love
doesn't
getting
matter
dudes on
if
the
he
cheap
doesn't listen.
skis. I love getting
getting-
dudes on the
wait,
cheap skis.
Getting something cheap if it doesn't play is not a deal.
I
Do
mean,
you
but if
not
you're able-
understand that?
Okay, but Leroy, but if you're able to deal away the Terry Rozier and Simone, who hasn't really done much for us this season,
Oh my God,
is
Spurs.
it? Do you
Falling
see it
for it.
as a? Do you
You're
see it?
falling for it.
No, but genuinely, you're
What's
not losing
50% of
anything.
zero?
If anything, you're helping your team out.
What's 50% of zero? Because
Sure.
Terry Rozier's not playing, but Fontecchio is playing, right?
Mhm.
And if you trade him for a guy who doesn't play or could not play or something might happen, you didn't make your team better. It sounded good, but you didn't make your team better.
Leroy, I need you to also understand. You're comparing John Morant to Simone Fontecchio. You didn't know who Simone Fontecchio was till
No,
this
no, no.
past-
I'm not comparing. I'm comparing from this aspect.
But you are. It's a
He's-
straight up trade essentially because
Okay.
Terry Rozier's a
All
throwout.
right. I give.
You're a talent guy.
You
You're
haven't
so-
learned. You haven't
No,
learned.
we've learned, baby.
Go ahead.
We've
You
learned.
have not learned.
Come on, do the thing
You
with me.
have not learned.
Come on, do the
Okay.
ears thing. Do the ears thing. Do it. Do it. Do it. Look at it. Like Leroy.
No. And
Leroy.
this is look.
Come on.
Everybody says I would rather see Drew. No,
Hmm?
no.
Hmm?
But I'm also not inclined to take the risk of John Morant.
It's not a risk.
It is a risk.
It's
If
a
he
risk.
doesn't,
That's why That's why it's genius. That's the cheap skis.
all right.
No risk.
Go. You go. You go ahead. Go ahead. I will not comment on it again.
Well, you're gonna have to if he comes here. You're gonna have to.
No,
comment.
I'm not. I'm
You're
just
not
gonna
saying,
speak
you
with
got
John
what you
Morant
want.
ever?
I'm gonna say You know what I'm gonna say? Congratulations, you got what you wanted.
Wait. So you're saying, because this is serious, we got to talk. This is business.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Oh,
And
it's
this
serious.
is not. Wait, why does everybody think this is me being negative? It's me being real. Like there's nothing that I said that's untrue. You guys just ignore it because you like Ja. You want Ja, but you're ignoring all the other stuff.
Brittany
I'm
only
not
wants to
ignoring
offer
it.
the cheap
So
skis.
that doesn't make me a negative
No,
Nancy.
no,
It makes
I
me a
don't.
realist.
I think that the John Morant experience is going to end horribly, and it's going to happen. I know
We
it.
don't know
It's going to
that.
end the same way that it ended with Jimmy Butler, 1000%.
We don't know that.
That's what's going to
We don't
happen.
know that. I mean, he is copying everything Jimmy Butler did, but
Exactly. So
a lot of
I do
good
agree, but
moments.
if you're going to get him for the cheap, why
makes
not? You're
45
not
million. That's
losing
not
it. I don't
cheap.
think you're losing anything.
Man, I can't
Okay.
Can't wait for Pat
Okay.
Riley to tell
But
Joe-
if he
You
doesn't
finally
play,
get to get rid of that Terry Rozier contract. You finally get
if
that
he
goes away.
doesn't play or
It's not
he
like you're
gets
trading Khalil Ware for him. It's just
if he
Simone
doesn't
Fontecchio.
play or gets suspended and you have nobody, then was it worth it?
Hmm.
All I have is his history. Okay? All I have is his history. What you guys are saying, you're making an assumption that I'm not willing to make because all I have is his history, his injury history, his off the field issues, or whatever.
Why won't you ever make a fun assumption?
What do you mean?
Make a fun assumption
I
every
think
once
it's
in a
a
while.
How do you determine what's going to happen in the future?
I don't. I'm not a fortune teller. I live life.
No, but best case scenario is you look at what has happened,
Right.
and then you kind of project what you think will happen in the future. I'm not saying it will happen,
Mm-hmm.
but there is nothing that John Morant has done in the last 3 years that would lead me to believe he's going to be the guy you say he's going to be.
Whatever, dude. You take a mongoose out of the jungle and put it in the forest. It's a ferret. It's a different situation.
Clip that, because if I was anywhere near you, I would punch you in the throat. I would chop you in the throat.
-1.
Mongoose in the jungle. What?